Patanjali was a number of contributors, or perhaps the name of a school that authored this book, my trips to India to study the Yoga Sutras have shown me a different view of Patanjali than scholarly postulation. In these settings, Patanjali assumes a role of mythic proportions. Born fully grown, he descended from the sky with a cobra's hood sheltering him, down into his mother's arms. In those quiet studies I participated in India, Patanjali was invoked with great reverence and devotion, a presence invited to fill the room and teach each of us waiting with open minds and ready hearts. I have sat in the sacred grove in India where Patanjali did his practice and visited the nearby temple built in honor of Patanjali himself. The Yoga Sutras itself is a unique book if for no other reason than it is the uncontested yoga go-to book. Of all the magnificent ancient texts on yoga and all the current books written on yoga, nothing touches the status of the Yoga Sutras. Made up of 195 short, pithy statements or sutras, this is a bold book, an intimate science, a complete step-by-step plan to start where you are and end in the arms of the divine. It had to be short, because the wisdom was handed down orally. Every word was carefully crafted to explode into timeless, unending wisdom. Disciples would gather at Patanjali's feet to listen to him expand, interpret, and bring to light each verse of the Yoga Sutras. Today we have thick commentaries on this small book to help us unpack the vast knowledge contained in so few words. We could spend our whole lives exploring, reflecting on, and practicing these timeless understandings and their relevancy for our lives. It is important to note that Patanjali wasn't putting forth a new vision of yoga. Instead, he distilled the experiential wisdom that had preceded him. He synthesized the heart and soul of yoga's timeless tradition. With the authority of those who had gone before him, in conjunction with his own lived experience, Patanjali related the essence of yoga. In exploring some of these timeless concepts, I have divided this book into 4 sections. Section 1, The Problem, discusses the Kleshas, the underlying misperception of ourselves that we assume to be true. The Kleshas form a narrative, the conditioning of thought and belief that is invisible because it is taken as the norm. They limit our happiness, hijack our minds, and promote the very suffering we try so hard to prevent. I don't start here to be depressive and gloomy, but rather just the opposite. I relish getting at the problem because it gives us understanding and guidance, and for me, that produces hope. I like to know what is in the way, i.e., what is keeping me from experiencing the fullness of my capabilities. I want to bring the Kleshas out into the open where they can be seen and examined. Making visible what has been invisible is often painful, but is also freeing. Knowledge of something previously unknown opens the possibilities of scrutiny and choice previously unavailable. It is my hope that understanding our entanglement in the Kleshas will act as inspiration and incentive to engage in a practice that unbinds our minds and opens us to more than we ever thought possible for ourselves and our world. It is also my hope that we will love ourselves enough to make this effort. Seeing, as a critical factor in itself, is hard for most of our Western minds. We have been conditioned to fix, analyze, set goals, accomplish, and seeing doesn't feel like we are doing much. Yet, as we see, i.e., become aware of, what we have previously not noticed, we gain the power of choice and the desire to engage in a practice that will bring us freedom. Section 2, The Platform, considers the mind, how the thinking mind works, and how the Kleshas interfere with the innate peaceful state of the mind, causing a mind that is scattered, dull, and most often not under our control. The mind is the platform where the battle of bondage to the Kleshas, or freedom from them, occurs. Gaining knowledge of the Kleshas and the role of the mind does not solve the problem of bondage. It helps us understand it. To free ourselves, we need to take action, and for that we turn to Section 3, The Power, where we'll explore the process that liberates us from our misunderstanding and places us on the path to lasting happiness and fulfillment. Section 4, The Peace, examines what the experience of finding freedom from the Kleshas, as well as what living with a clear peace.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.